If you plan to have graded assignments and reward your students with the certificates once they complete the course, or you just want to motivate them, you should set the grading policy. In our course, we've pre-planned to have 2 tests and a final exam. All those assignments would be graded. To set the grading, go to the Settings menu in Studio and select Grading. By default, we are suggested to use the Fail-Pass system. The course also can have letter grades A through F. To switch to letter grades and to add some, use plus icon. Adjust the score range by clicking on the line that divides 2 grades and drag it left or right. To get the certificate, the learners should earn any grade that is higher than F or fail. To remove a grade, click on the Remove link that appears once you point your mouse over the grade. F and A grades cannot be removed. To change the name of the grade, select the current name of the grade and start typing its new name. F and fail grades cannot be renamed. For our course, we will use Fail-Pass system. To get the certificate, our students will have to get 70% score out of 100. Do not forget to save the changes at the bottom of the page. If your assignments will have a due dates, you can set a grace period that extends the due dates for your learners. This period applies to the whole course, and you cannot set different grace periods for the separate tasks. By default, any new course has the following assignment types: homework, lab, midterm exam, and a final exam. If you do not need any of the suggested assignment types, click Delete. Since we have the final exam in our course, we will keep it, but we'll just change its abbreviation. To add our quick tests, click New Assignment Type button. Enter the assignment type name, that is any name you want to use for this group of assignments, and the abbreviation. The total number is the number of subsections that have problems of this particular type. Let's save the changes and check our course outline. We have 2 subsections with quick tests and 1 with an exam. So for the tests, we have to enter 2 as a total number in the grading policy, and for the exam, just 1, even though it has 2 parts. In this case, all that matters is the amount of subsections that have assignments of the same type. The weight of total grade is the percent that this type of assignment provides out of the total grade, and the total grade makes 100%. So if we enter 60 for the tests, that means the completion of both tests will give our students 60% score out of the total grade. Please pay attention that it's not just for one test, but for the group of similar assignments. The exam will reward students with 40%. The sum of the points achieved for all the assignment types should always make 100. The number of droppable is the number of assignments of this type that you allow system to drop during the final grade calculation. For example, that is the progress page that our students will see. It has 2 tests and exam. 1 test is complete, so the average for the tests is 50%. Since the weight of the total grade for the tests is 60%, only 1 test just gave 30. So if we change the number of droppable to 1, allowing system to ignore the lowest score, this is how the progress page would change. One of the tests was dropped, and it is marked with an X. And the system gave the student the maximum score for the tests, even though only 1 test had been done. That doesn't really work in our case, but this option allows to provide some flexibility for certain tasks and courses. After grading is set, save the changes and go to the course outline. Now it's time to set what problems system should grade and how. This subsection has a quick test. Click on the wheel icon and select how this subsection should be graded from the drop-down menu. Set the due date for the assignment if needed. Don't forget to set the grading for our second test and the final exam. You might have noticed that you can set assignment types and due dates only at the subsection level. There are no such options on the section level or for the separate units. The system doesn't allow to mix problems of different assignment types in the same subsection. Like in our case, there is no opportunity to have tests and exam in the same subsection. For that, you need to create two separate subsections. To check how grading system is set, go to the progress page in the LMS. That is an example of our course with one test and only half of the final exam complete. Since only one test is done out of 2, the average score for the tests is 50%. Because both our tests give 60% out of the total grade, our students just got 30% for completing just one test. And only half of the exam is done. That makes only 20% out of 40. If the student will finish an exam, he or she will have 70% score. And that is enough to get the certificate.